This week's parenting guide, we are talking teens and substance abuse, and here with how you can help keep your kids and family on a healthy track is psychologist Amy Trout. So great to have you back.
Thanks. Good to be here.
So this is, 1 in 10 teens, you say, use illegal street drugs, which is just, when you say 1 in 10, I mean, it seems like such a high number. It's so crazy.
It's too many. I mean, it really is. I don't think we like to think about that number because, you know, when you look at like your kids or your kids' friends or like a typical classroom, that means like a handful in a classroom, you know, are using. And so, but we can't be naive to that fact. That's, you know.
And less than 10% of teens are getting help for it.
If they have problematic use, that's right. So that means less than 1 in 10 that are in a problem stage of use really are getting the help that they need.
So what are the things that we need to be kind of on the lookout for to first maybe recognize the problem?
Yeah, so it's really important to not assume that just because your kiddo's bright that they might not dabble, because, you know, intelligence doesn't necessarily equal maturity or good decision making around drug use. We also want to like not fail to realize that there are family issues that could come into play, you know, family history or untreated mental health issues in your kiddo, or, you know, even if you're getting treatment for mental health issues, maybe they're not being treated adequately. So it's not necessarily a you know, unidirectional, here's the cause, here's the effect. There's probably multiple reasons why kiddos are using, but we can't put our head in the sand and pretend they're not, or pretend it's not really a big deal. We can't turn a blind eye towards use or think about it as like a phase or experimentation, which a lot of parents tend to do because really we shouldn't be using drugs. I mean, it's not legal, it's not safe, it's not healthy for kids. It tends to derail them, and kids that are able to bounce back after some experimentation, you know, lots of kids aren't, and those tend to have grave consequences. So as parents, we need to be vigilant. We need to, you know, lock up cold medications or prescriptions in the home. Nobody thinks of doing that, you know, but that's it's highly abused by kids that, you know, you would never really know or suspect.
And you say it's not about, you know, pointing the fingers, it's just awareness. It's just be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, the reality is kids are getting high. And even if it's not necessarily a kid that lives in your house, it could be a friend coming over. You know, it could be someone else that could be, you know, having access to your home. And you know, how unfortunate if it's your home that provides, you know, a resource for someone to do something that could hurt them.
So you talk about ignoring and not addressing changes in the teen and not addressing the mental health issues.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Like if you see that your kid is changing, you know, in different ways, you want to make sure that you're asking about it, you're exploring it and trying to figure out what the problem might be. Hormonal shifts, you know, lots of people say, well, they're just teenagers. Yes and no. Some changes are bigger than others and have a longer lasting effect. And even if you're not suspecting drug use, there could be depression or other things that are going on for them that need attention.
Causes there as well. You mentioned locking up household medications, so you talk about minimizing and also blaming as well.
It's really important if you find out that your kiddo is using to not blame and get judgmental to them or towards your spouse or towards yourself. That is the hardest thing to do. You know, it's easy to become angry, especially if someone else in the family is using substances and appearing as if that's okay or normalizing it. It's really important to kind of keep an even head, get help for yourself if you need to, but get help for your kiddo and make sure that they have supportive resources in place to help them through that.
Certainly need that support system. You know, if any of our viewers are watching right now, maybe recognizing some of these signs or have some questions or concerns, where can they get help, Amy? Who should they turn to?
Well, they can certainly call us at Cornerstone Consulting. Our number is 772-CARE, CARE. But you can also reach out to, you know, trusted friends or, you know, other people, other parents that have been through it. But if you want someone that's kind of objective and neutral, maybe turning to a mental health professional might be a good way to go.
Amy, thank you so much. So great to have you back.
Thanks.
Here's to hoping and helping keep your family on a healthy track. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, contact Cornerstone Consulting. And hey, let us know your thoughts. Do you have questions for Amy? Maybe you have a topic that you would like to see in our next parenting guide. Let us know. Connect with us through our social media sites. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram. Up next, it is time to start planning your summer getaway. How you can plan a fun, comfortable, and cost-effective RV vacation when we catch up with the family travel experts from the popular blog SoulfulRVFamily.com, where they say you should hit the open roads in an RV.